deliver your dreams.
Lee, this is the best day ever.
Hey guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lou. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lou will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lou.
With Lou on Monday morning. Yes, it is time to get rocking and rolling, guys. Good morning. We had some tech issues this morning in the studio. Actually, quite a few tech issues this morning in the studio. So here we are. We are live and ready to go. Get ready to call in, guys. 305-224-1968. Show ID is 856-132-15775. Hashtag. It's on the posts and everything else. So get a call in to me this morning and let's chat. Sorry about the long show ID. That one's out of my control. I woke up yesterday morning at 3 a.m. wide awake because it hit me like a brick. Okay. What I'm going to share with you today was like, wow. So I'm rolling around. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way if I go back to sleep, I'm going to lose this. This is like prophetic. So I'm scrambling, trying to find shit to write on, and the nightstand finally, like, just get up, go get the notebook. Okay. Now you should have a notebook and a journal right by your bed. I highly recommend it, guys, because some of the best ideas happen at 3 a.m. prophetically, you know? So what the delivery to me, I don't even think I came up with this on my own. I think this is divine delivery. But what popped into my head was people's perception of your expectation is a direct relation to what you will tolerate. These are powerful words, guys. Think about this. People's perception of your expectation or your expectations is or are a direct relation to what you will tolerate. You get what you allow. It's just that simple. Okay. In relationships, business, clients, employees, dealing with your kids, and most importantly, dealing with yourself and dealing with your creator. But, and that's, you don't fight back there. But what are you tolerating that you swear you don't want in your life? And you might be like, no, I got the exact life I want. I got everything. Everything's wonderful. BS. That stands for belief system, by the way. It's a bad belief system to just believe that everything is fine. Okay? Think about this. Really, what is that? What is the answer to that question? Stick it in the chats. Get on the phone, 305-224-1968. Show ID, 856-1321-5775, hash key. Let's talk this morning, guys. What in your life are you tolerating stuff that you swear you don't want? Well, I don't like my boss. I don't like my job. I don't like my financial situation. Well, you're getting what you're tolerating. That is the key point here. This is scary, but true. The truth is people don't respond to your words. They respond to your standards. And you're like, oh, come on now. I have higher standards than all the people I work with. I have higher standards than the people I'm in a relationship with. I have higher standards than the way this nation is operating right now. Nope. They respond to your true standards. That is the truth. You can say, I expect all day long, okay? But if you tolerate, I expect respect all day long. But if you tolerate disrespect, you're just training them to disrespect you. What do you mean? Well, what about in the workplace? Okay, well, disrespect, no problem. My software is disrespecting me this morning, but we got this handled. I got a backup. All right, so truly, if in the workplace you say, well, I command respect, but yet your employees or your staff or your teammates are always ragging on you and always, and I'm not talking just in fun, but they disrespect you. You say something and they don't follow through. They don't do it. Their attitudes are not what your standard for your company are. Okay. If you put up with it, you are training them to disrespect you. No matter how much you say, I come in here and I command respect. You're not getting any respect if you don't live by it. Okay. Your tolerance is your true policy in life. What you will tolerate. Okay. And I'm not saying you go around being, Hitler with a stick and banging everybody over the head 24/7. But what I am saying is this, your boundaries are not what you post on Instagram. They're what you enforce on Tuesday, not what you posted. Today I'm going to change this, that, and the other. Yes, change the software if I don't watch it. All right. So guys, if you're live with me, that's, you're probably chuckling about the look on my face about this. I am not happy when software malfunctions. I will no longer tolerate this. What I will do is fix it. All right. So why does this happen? Okay. Why do people push the borders? Okay. Humans are going to check the fence, we could say. Not because they're bad, because they're human. If you push on the fence and it's weak and there's something exciting on the other side of it, and you lean and you push a little more and it falls over easily, they're going to walk right in and go, what's back here? Okay. If you leave your doors unlocked, sooner or later, somebody's going to walk in and go, I'm going to take that from you, even though it's not mine, because you're not policing it. Okay. You've got to police your doors. Okay. To your mind, especially. And we're going to get into that just a little bit. All right. And the truth is, number two, you're going to teach people how to treat you. Every time you let it slide, you're giving a lesson to that person that, they're going to let this go. Okay. You're not being nice. You're being unclear. Now, it doesn't mean you need to be nasty. Customer calls and says, oh my God, my car broke down. I'm not going to make it to pick up today. I'm not going to tolerate this. You've lost your purchases. Okay. So what you could tell them is, I'm making an exception for you. I get it. My car broke down last week or whatever. But normally we don't do this, but this is a one-time exception. If somebody's got this story every single week, and we've had those customers. Oh, my mother's in the hospital. My grandmother's in the hospital. My car broke down. My daughter threw up. Like 18 weeks in a row, they have an excuse why they can't pick up during normal pickup hours. Okay. And it's the same few people. Well, you know what? When they go, well, why did you charge me, $25 extra this week? Well, it's storage. Oh, well, that won't happen again. I'll make sure I get here on time. Oh, shit. That's the whole key to doing something like that, right? Yeah, it's kind of like, give me a break. All right, your standards create your identity in this world. This is something super important to understand. If you tolerate chaos, you're going to live in chaos. If you tolerate being last on your own list, you're always going to be last on your own list. What does that mean? Well, if you're always doing for everybody else and you never do for you, and you're always the last person that you take care of, you're going to run out of gas. Okay. And I'm not saying be self-centered and it's all about you, but there has to be some about you. Okay. There's a truth to that. There has to be some about you. Okay. All right. Thanks for the likes, guys. Say hello. Say hello, hello, hello. All right. Good morning. I appreciate that. I love seeing the likes and the loves come in. But isn't that the truth? It really is the truth. So the question is not why do people keep doing it? If you like, so-and-so always does this to me. The real question is, why do you keep allowing it? Oh, that sounds like self-owners. Do you give up and throw your hands up, or do you go right back at it? So we are talking about an example of how this happens in business. A client keeps paying late, keeps forgetting, moving the goalpost. I need this, that, or the other now. Okay, if you keep delivering anyway, you just told them that late is acceptable. It's acceptable to change the terms. It's acceptable to expect things that you didn't agree upon. And this doesn't mean you need to be nasty. It just means you need to set the boundaries. You need to set the goalpost. What about relationships? Someone talks to you crazy, dismisses you, jokes at your expense all the time. And I'm not saying you don't have fun, you don't cut up with your friends and family. What I am saying is if they're knocking you down left, right, and center in public and trying to hold you back in your career, or, you've got to, that's not them, it's you allowing it. See, if you laugh it off every time, you're training them to say disrespect is okay. Hey, you laugh it off. Again, does not mean you're so rigid that you don't cut up and joke a little bit. Okay. What about yourself? This is the big one. There's going to be a lot of video edits on today's final when we do the replays, guys. Yourself. You keep telling yourself, hey, I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat clean. I'm going to drink organic coffee. It is Life Boost, baby. And Cardiology coffee. Both are amazing. But then you tolerate your own excuses. I can't afford the good coffee. I don't have time to work out. Oh, healthy food is too expensive. Okay. And your brain goes, okay, cool. You don't mean what you say. So we're not going to do it. It's not going to happen if you don't even believe yourself. If you don't set the boundary for yourself and go, this is what it is. Okay, this is not about what you're gonna do. It's not about not being motivated. It's about what you're going to tolerate. Okay, the standard you don't enforce is a standard that you live with. How does that work? Well, we talked about this through the entire show today. If you don't enforce the standard, especially with yourself, you're going to live with what you tolerate. Okay, well, I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. I'm too tired. So you don't get up at 5 a.m. You don't get that workout in. That becomes your new standard. Okay, then you get what you tolerate. That's exactly what this whole show has been about. If you don't enforce your standard with yourself, with the people around you, with your business or any of it, and that does not mean enforcement like with an iron fist and, alienating everybody. I want to make that clear. What it does mean is that you have a standard and it's clear. Okay. So how do you command what you expect? I have a four-step framework for this. Okay. Number one, you decide what your standards are. Some people don't even know what's your standard for business. Well, I like to. Okay, the minute I like to, that comes out, no. If say to somebody, what's your standard in business? To serve my clients at my highest potential and to earn X amount doing such. Okay, that's a standard. Okay, decide what your standards are and whatever it is. They're not preferences, they are standards. They are givens, okay? Doesn't mean you don't have a little wiggle room once in a while when something comes up. Don't be so rigid that you break, instead of bend a little. But the understanding that, a certain level of customer service in your business is a standard, period. We don't go below that. You might go above it, but don't go below it. A standard in your relationship, the way you treat your spouse. Okay, we might go over and above, but we're not going to go below this standard, okay? So right now with me, write down 3 things that you'll no longer tolerate. Examples: late payments from clients, disrespectful tone from your children or your staff members, people wasting your time. Oh God, this is a big one. Oh, hey, let me talk to you. Do you ever just get to a point in your head and you're in a conversation, you're going, would you just STFU, please? I'm done with this conversation. It's going nowhere. Or people wasting your time. Let me ask you a question. Or, let's go do this. Or sucking you into their drama. No. What's worse than that? Your own procrastination. Do you have a standard for your own procrastination? Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. So I know a lot of you are tuning back in. I'm seeing everybody. We had a little snafu. We got shut down this morning. So make sure that you tune back in. Check lew.live. And ultimately, by the end of today, I will have the replay up. So you're not hunting around for pieces of the show. If you see in the replays, you can be, what are you talking about? It's all smooth. Well, it wasn't smooth this morning. Okay, well, step two, number two, you got to communicate clearly, not angrily, and not with an apology. Okay, script ideas in your voice. Hey, just so we're clear, this is how I operate when I do business. Just so that we're clear, this is what I expect in a relationship if you're going into a relationship with someone. Just so I'm clear, this is what I expect out of you, my child. Okay, or simple to say, I'm not available for that. If somebody's one of those time wasters or something where, it's something that's not going to be within your standard or your desires, I'm not available. Hey, can you do this event for me? Or can you do this for me? I'm sorry, I'm not available for that. Not 10 different excuses or agree to it and then you have animosity over it. Okay. Or if it's a situation that happened, hey, if this happens again, this is what we're going to do. What do you mean? Okay, well, if you pay late again, there's going to be a surcharge. If you're not there when I come to deliver to you, there is going to be a fee or charge that fee in that case. If you yell at me again, I am not going to work here, whatever the case is. But consequences that you actually enforce is what's important. Okay. A boundary without a consequence is merely a suggestion, guys. Okay. Late fee. Okay. Example. You pay late. Okay. Late fee. They're like, okay, whatever. All right. We're pausing work until you're caught up. Oh, isn't it amazing? And we've all done it. Oh, shoot, the credit card didn't go through. They give you a little warning from a service you have providing. You've got 5 days to update your credit card or else we're going to do something. Well, generally on day 5, you're like, oh, shit, I got to handle this. Okay, because then if the service pauses, it interrupts your business, your whatever. Okay, if you're on a phone call with somebody and they start getting really disrespectful and you warn them that this is unacceptable, you end the phone call. You don't sit there and go, I'm telling you, stop being. One time, if we don't stop being disrespectful, the phone call ends. They keep on, click. Guess what? When they call back, they're going to have a different attitude. And if they don't, there's that cool little thing, especially on the mobile phones, block. Okay? If somebody's giving you too much of a hard way to go in person, leave the room. Walk away for a minute. Okay. What about yourself? It's all easy to practice with other folks. What about you? Well, remove the temptations. If you're overeating or you're eating too much sugar, take it out of the house. I recently had to do that. My sugar intake was going up. I like sweet stuff. I try to be very wise about it, and you know what? I feel better. Okay. Set accountability. Have a checklist. On the fridge, how many meals in a row have you eaten with no sugar? Okay, schedule it. You know what? All right, I'm going to have one little Zag snack on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to have that Krispy Kreme donut that I love. Nobody wants to go their entire life without having one more Krispy Kreme donut, but you don't need one every day. Okay, this is my whole point. Schedule. All right, remove the temptation, set the accountability, schedule it. Step 4 is enforce it consistently. This is where most people fall out of the game. The first time you enforce something, it feels uncomfortable. The second time, it feels powerful. Third time and beyond, people start to respect you or they remove themselves from around you. In the workplace, okay? You got to be on time. It's important. Our customers depend on us. First time, you say, hey, we can't have this. Next time, I'm going to send you home for the entire day. Okay, but, okay. Second time, you send them home if they're late. Third time, they're not late or they're on the phone telling you, hey, the train is stuck and I really can't do anything about it. I can't levitate over it, or there's been a car crash on 1792 and traffic is stopped and you verify that, okay. But by the third time you take action on something, they're going to start respecting you, or you're going to remove them, or they're going to remove themselves from getting in your way, because basically you don't need those kind of people. You don't need that kind of drama. You don't need that kind of self-talk that's going to bring yourself back down. I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. every morning. Well, I'm going to start next week because I'm tired. It's cold out. It's raining. Okay, after a while, you start to respect yourself. And let me tell you something, more people are going to respect you. When you raise your standards, you are going to lose some people. But you're going to gain your life back, and you're going to gain more amazing people in your life. When you have a higher standard, you're going to attract people with higher standards. Okay? So, one more time. You want to call in real quick, guys, on the show here, 305-224-1968. We can chat. You can ask questions. You can tell me if you agree or don't agree with me. It's okay. 856-1321-5775. Hash key is the show ID. All right. So here's the deal. People's perception of your expectation is directly related to what you tolerate. That's how we started out today, right? You get what you allow. You command what you expect by raising and enforcing your standards, okay? And again, this isn't rule with an iron fist, but this is having a strong fence around your standards, okay? Not a fence that pushes over, not one that has holes in it everywhere. All right, so your challenge for tomorrow morning and to put in the chats today, name one thing you're tolerating, okay, that you really don't want in your life. State what the standard is. What's the low standard on that one? State the consequences and then enforce it. State your new standard, state the consequence, enforce it. Do this once at least this week, preferably every single day. Let's hit this hard, guys, because this is important, okay? Stop negotiating with yourself. Stop training people to disrespect your life, your time, your desires. Your standards are the price of admission to you. And you should have a high standard for you. Because if you're on this show and you want to turn around and do something with your life and make something better and have better standards and be a better human being and live the life you want, you have got to stop negotiating. You got to stop training people to disrespect you and start training them to respect. And you have got to train yourself to respect you. Okay? Remember, your standards are the price of admission, guys. So with faith, energy, passion, always live your dreams. And in the true nature of it all, I'm going to say that I think today was amazing, even though it got busted up into a couple of pieces. Let's go ahead and do this. And I will see you guys on the next roundabout. Don't forget, get over to Lou.live, and you'll be able to ultimately navigate to the replays, or CoachLou.com, COACH-LEW.com. Guys, live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. Have an amazing day.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.